Hello, thank you for joining me. I have a very special watch to add to my little collection today. This is the Tissot Heritage 1938 small second. The boxing is about what I expected, with a nice presentation and the COSC certification on top. Getting into it here, it does come with a leather band and a steel mesh bracelet. Honestly, the band feels kind of mid-quality with a spongy feel to the leather. And unfortunately, in my opinion, the steel mesh band is just awful. The clasp is difficult to work, and the adjustment mechanism has just been executed better with other mesh bands. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pop both of these straps into my box of straps and just upgrade it right away. However, the box and the straps aren't why I spent all the money on this. Really, it's about the dial, the movement, and this small second hand. So let's take a closer look. So starting with the movement, the Heritage Small Seconds 1938 utilizes an ETA 2895-2. That's a 27 joule COSC certified automatic movement, which is awesome. So this does have a small second hand complication on the other side that we're going to check out in a moment. But as you look through this case back, you can see that ETA 2895-2, that's just this little engine powering this brilliant little watch. Now, this is actually the first COSC certified watch I have in my collection. COSC, if you're not aware, is the official Swiss Chronometer Testing Institute, which is basically the place you go to get the highest certification of accuracy and precision for an automatic watch. Now, the process is really involved. Basically, they uncase the movement and they test that watch in like 5 different positions and 3 different temperatures over the course of like 15 days. Now, if it passes that certification, then they basically guarantee that it's going to run plus 6 seconds or minus 4 seconds a day. Now, I have some other watches that run in that range, or even better, but this is the first one that I have that's actually certified. And really, it's only the Swiss watches that get the COSC certification. I have some Seikos, and they are running in that range, but they are not COSC because it's only for Swiss watches. Now we're going to do another quick strap swap. This is the aftermarket steel mesh strap I put on. We're going to check out another strap here in just a moment. So we're going to make that swap and take a look. All right, after a quick off-camera strap swap, we're going to take a look at the front of this Tissot Heritage 1938, which is a truly wonderful looking classic watch, calling back to like some of these early watches of the 1930s. This is one of the Tissot's recent revivals of this style from almost 100 years ago. One thing to notice is the overall matte texture finish on that dial with this dark anthracite color and gold embossed numbers. Now, the colorway on this almost gives it this look of patina. Now, I really love the Tissot logo, which has this just wicked cool vintage font. At the 3 o'clock position, you'll see we have a date window with a gold border, which is a really nice detail. Around the chapter ring, you've got these 5-minute increments called out in silver, which really matches my favorite complication of all, which is that small seconds, which is what caught my eye to begin with. That small seconds complication just really has a beautiful textured sunburst finish with the seconds. They're indicated in black. Now, I've got several chronographs with the small second, but they all have all the extra complications, at 3 and at 9 o'clock, and the full third second hand, and there's at least 2 extra buttons, and it has just a much more modern look. And I really, really enjoy field watches, and I have more than I have any logical reason to own. Um, but I wanted something else based on that style, but went a further step back in that lineage, and was getting after that same kind of simplicity, but from an older era. The design element, however, that I do miss on this dial is that's found on some of the other Tissot Heritage Collection watches, is that chronometer label on the dial or on the case back. And this one does have Swiss made down at the bottom, but nowhere on the watch does it say chronometer, which is kind of a cool thing just to look at and reflect that, yes, this is a COSC certified chronometer. Let's take a look at the case itself. It does come in at 39 millimeters from the 10 o'clock to the 4 o'clock. And let's take a look lug to lug. It's going to come in at 46 millimeters lug to lug, 20 millimeter straps. The case back itself is in 316L stainless steel, brushed side, brushed case, clear case back with a polished bezel. So I do have an 8.5 inch wrist. I typically wear a watch between 40 to 46 millimeters. So in comparison, this watch feels very light and almost unnoticed. I think this watch is going to be a nice addition to my collection and will be high in my rotation. Hey, thank you very much for joining. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and subscribe.